Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Oh my gosh, I've missed you guys. I feel like I haven't been on for a while, even though it's been just a couple days, probably. Well, 2 days still. Um, Hello, hey KTM, hey Bryn, hey Punksy, hey Jax, sexy wild thing, Carol freaking Claus, crazy mama, hey B Crumbs, J Bro, Delaney, K Brace, Chopper. Thank you guys for being here. Hey Pointer Lover, Punksy, Tony, Hippie Chick. Hey, Neat Noodle. What are you guys up to? Oh my gosh. So, my kids started school today. It was only half a day. Hey, Foxfire. But we've been up since 5 a.m. because Bentley was too excited to sleep. So, yeah. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Marshall. It is freaking hot outside. Love you too, Foxfire. It is so hot. And I saw one of you guys, I think Chopper made a comment, people are dying from heat strokes, while Letitia and I think it was Bryan Kohberger said in air conditioning. And that is pretty crazy to think about. So Letitia was moved to Kansas, which is interesting. Hey, Todd. Hey, Stacy. I can't sleep if I have a doctor's appointment the next day. Yeah, she went to Kansas. So, anyways, okay, today we're going to do like our true crime news thing. There are so many stories. I just want to hang out, have a laid back chat with you guys. There's one story about Bryan Kohberger on there, so I'll start with that, and then we'll just get into all the unknown ones after. Yeah. And let me just say, Nay, I don't think she's here. She's on her vacation this week. But Carol Claus sent me an awesome birthday present with Nay's wax melts. I love both of you guys dearly. Thank you so much. And there were some in there that are new that I have not seen before. One is called Nutshell. I'm going to drop the link. If you like her melts, go check out her new ones, because the Nutshell one, oh my God, it is so good. I am obsessed. Yesterday I cleaned my house because I want to put out fall decorations, but I need like a deep clean first. So I like scrub the floors on hands and knees and all that stuff, and then put those wax melts on. And oh my God, it's like I only used one, and even still today, it is so strong and good smelling in there. So, anyways, here's the link. Thank you, Carol freaking Claus, and thank you, Nay. I love you guys and appreciate you. Hey, Shay Benet. She moved to Kansas. Where is the witch? And cannot click her heels to leave. I love true crime news too. Hey, Sunshine. Hey, Sunshine. Hey, Will. Good to see you. Hey, Richie. Okay, so like I said, we're going to start with the Bryan Kohberger story, but then we're going to get into, it's just pretty quick. Then we're going to get into several cases that you probably missed this week. I missed this week, and they are just, I don't understand. It's so frustrating. You guys know I love doing this series with you guys because we talk about so many cases that are just not being talked about. However, it is rage inducing. It is. It just is. So, okay. Let's see. You guys are awesome. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Crime Online. We're going to skip over this, but I know a lot of my friends are covering the Long Island serial killer. South Carolina cops investigate report. Woman who disappeared in 2017 was last seen with Rex. And we're going to go on down to... Well, should we start with Kohberger's? That's kind of what my plan was, but it's down a little bit. Let's just start at the beginning. We're going to go through, and when we get to it, we'll get there. Like I said, rage-inducing, prepare, but... Okay, the first one is missing 15-year-old teen found dead days after grandmom allegedly murdered by boyfriend. A 15-year-old Tennessee boy who vanished a day before his grandmother was reportedly found murdered by her boyfriend was also found dead on Monday. WMC reported that Memphis police found Aneria Turman fatally shot in a wooded area on August 16th, a day after her grandson had disappeared. It is unclear where Hoyt's body was discovered, but Turman's live-in boyfriend was arrested and charged with murder. According to WATN, let's check out the local news on this one. Should just click, okay. Man charged with first-degree murder, victim's missing grandson. The TBI said they found the body of 15-year-old Saquavius Hoyt on Monday night. Memphis police said a man who has been charged with first-degree murder and abuse of a corpse has additional charges to come after a woman, as well as her grandson, were both found dead. 15 years old. An endangered child alert was issued by Memphis police on Saturday. TBI said they then found the body of him his body on Monday night. TBI says it is with a heavy heart we pass along that 15-year-old Saquavius Hoyt's body has been located and he is deceased. We hope for comfort for all of those who knew and loved him. This is what infuriates me, you guys, when we do this, because I have not heard about this at all. I haven't seen it anywhere. It is so sad how some stories get all the attention and everybody can't stop talking about them. And then some get, frustrating. Hey, Roxanne. Hey, Minnie Mo. Frustrating, you guys. Memphis police confirmed that additional charges are coming. Officers said they responded to a man down at a call at Silas Road and Ayers Road to find a woman who was pronounced dead on the scene. An autopsy led police to discover she was shot in the back of the head. The investigators found out she lived with her boyfriend, Herman Brown. When officers reached Brown's home, they saw what appeared to be blood smears on the concrete floor, according to the affidavit. They then obtained a search warrant and saw his white Chrysler drive by the house. Officers were able to stop the car, and when they approached it, they saw what appeared to be more signs of blood coming from the trunk to the back bumper. Herman Hollis Brown was found to be the driver of this car, and police then placed him in custody. He told his family members that he was going to be gone for a while. Wow. After police arrested him, they found blood in multiple rooms in the home. A metal fragment projectile was also found. The victim's cell phone and purse was also found near the blood. He did request a public defender. There he is there. There's his vehicle. My God. Sad. You know what? This little 15-year-old boy was probably about to start school for the year. It's just ridiculous. And there's a lot of these stories this time that are just damn ridiculous. So let me check on y'all, though, first. Hey, Midwest Mimo, I just think there's an overwhelming number of these horrible crimes and they can't all be covered. You're right, and they can't. However, it is you'll see a story that catches on and it's everywhere. You know what I mean? Like Rachel, for instance. The first day I covered Rachel, it actually wasn't really anywhere. It was just like right in the beginning of everything happening. And then like a week later, you have mainstream media nonstop about it. You have it on just every YouTube channel. Certain cases, they really catch people's attention and, they get passed around and that's just that. It sucks. But hey, Jay Kismet. Rachel. Hey, Lucia. Okay. So here's our next one. Dear God. Kidnapped Ohio woman found dead in Tennessee with suspect. Tennessee again. What the hell is going on in Tennessee? What is in the water down there? And I love Tennessee, but damn. Hey, Angie. They do, Shay. They definitely do. Okay. An Ohio woman was found dead in Tennessee over the weekend after she was believed to have been kidnapped. Cincinnati police said they responded to a report of shots fired late Friday night and found evidence of a shooting and possible kidnapping. Investigators said the victim, 36-year-old Caitlin Ashley Lynch, might have been injured and held against her will in a vehicle that was taken. Andrew Kenton, who lives in the area, told WCPO he heard 5 shots and an immediate 2 afterwards. The vehicle registered to Lynch was located on Saturday in Wilson County, Tennessee, and led officers on a multi-county chase before spike strips stopped the car on Interstate 40. Lance Miller, 32, was found inside the vehicle with her body. He faces murder and kidnapping charges, and he's behind bars in Wilson County, Tennessee. So there's not a lot on that yet here, but when you're found with the body, I don't know how you explain that. Hey, Ren. Hey, MK. Okay, so this one was kind of weird. North Carolina woman arrested after family and friends thought she had been murdered. Oh, thank you, Claus. I see Crazy Mama. Thank you, Claus. Delaney. Woohoo, Carol. Thank you. That is very sweet. Thank you. I'm going to try to pull up my live on my phone so I can watch chat. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, so a North Carolina woman is facing several criminal charges after allegedly making friends and family believe she was murdered. According to NBC4, hey, Merp. Oh, thank you, B Crumbs. Thank you so much for letting me know. And thank you again, Claus. That is so sweet. And welcome, you guys. Congrats. Okay, so according to NBC4, Margaret Frances Elizabeth Sweeney, 37, was reported missing on August 18th based on information that insinuated she was in danger or had been killed. The following day, police found Sweeney safe. Police said while investigating, they found that Sweeney allegedly made anonymous third-party false reports to a friend and the Department of Social Services that she had been murdered. Sweeney's actions caused our department, as well as other departments, many hours of work which could have been spent on other matters. Family, friends, and the community as a whole were also very concerned and worried about her welfare. So she is. She's been charged with false report to a police station, false report of death or serious injury by telephonic communication, so here's the Facebook post. Oh, I pulled it up on my wrong one. Here, let me see. Okay, I'm just going to read it to you because I'm on the wrong Facebook page that I meant to be on. But it says Sweeney was reported missing on Friday, August 18th, at which time FPD officers began an immediate investigation due to the information provided, which alluded that Sweeney was endangered or deceased. She was located safe the next day on Saturday the 19th. First Sergeant Randy Dula continued the investigation and was able to determine that she allegedly made anonymous third-party reports to the friend and Department of Social Services. So, and they share the original post of her missing. What is up today? This is like, it's just frustrating, the false reports of this stuff. It really is. You can't get it. There's so many cases that don't get the attention, and this, it just drives me crazy. Hey, True Crime Crazy. Oh, thank you, True Crime Crazy. They did. Bentley's actually asleep. He woke up at 5 a.m. and was like, I can't sleep. I'm too excited. I was like, okay, please go back to sleep. Then I fell asleep after they went off and almost missed going to pick him up since they only had a half a day. But thank you. Hey, Nay. I was just talking about you a little bit ago. Okay, so, oh God. Remember, rage-inducing. These stories just are tough. They're very tough. So, Florida mom admits to strangling her 13-year-old son, cops say. A 37-year-old Florida mother was arrested on Monday after she admitted she strangled her 13-year-old son. Deputies were called to the home in St. Cloud by another family member who lived there and found the boy deceased. Sheriff Marco Lopez said he had markings on his neck that were consistent with being strangled, and the Jasmine Kennedy spontaneously stated that she killed her son to medics and detectives. According to our deputies, she had been choking him on the bed, Lopez said. Kennedy, who had been charged with domestic battery, strangulation, child neglect, aggravated child abuse, is cooperating with investigators. The sheriff said further charges are pending once the medical examiner's confirmation cause of death comes back. Lopez said the boy's grandmother, the grandmother's boyfriend, and a 5-year-old sibling also live at the home. Oh, my God. Let's just click on the press conference for a moment and see. I want to see. It's not too long.
I'm Sheriff Marco Lopez with the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, and I just want to thank you all for being here today to cover this tragedy. Today at about 7:30 in the morning, members of the Osceola County Sheriff's Office were dispatched to Crosley Avenue in reference to Medno Vitals calls for service. Upon their arrival, deputies saw a white male juvenile laying face up in the bed who was confirmed to be deceased. While on scene, Osceola County Fire Rescue crew members advised that a female subject who was later identified as Jasmine Kennedy, 12/31/85 suspect, spontaneously stated that she killed her son. According to our deputies, she admitted to choking him on the bed. The victim is a 13-year-old boy, and he is now deceased. The suspect is cooperating with the investigation, and it's ongoing. She is cooperating, and we're still trying to put all this together. It also appears to be an isolated incident, and we're going to continue to update you as the investigation unfolds. As of right now, I'm going to give you the charges. We're going to charge her with domestic battery by strangulation, child neglect, and aggravated child abuse. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Where's my Spanish? Okay. Gracias, tu alguacil Marcos López, el condado de Osceola. Gracias por estar aquí. Estamos cubriendo esta tragedia. Como a las 7:30 de la mañana, nosotros fuimos despachados a una residencia en Crosley Avenue, en referencia de una persona que está fallecida, en este caso un niño. Cuando llegaron los oficiales, vieron que había un niño en la cama que estaba confirmado muerto por los bomberos, los oficiales de la Medical Services. Uno de los que trabajaba para la oficina de los bomberos nos dejó saber que una mujer que estaba en la escena se identificó como Jasmine Kennedy, cumpleaños 12/31/85, le dejó saber que ella había matado a su hijo. Y también nuestros detectives, la víctima, solo la tenemos aquí detenida y está cooperando con la investigación. Son los siguientes. Domestic battery, strangulation, la estranguló, child neglect, y aggravated child abuse. I'll take some questions in English, and then I'll go some in Spanish.
I know it's ultimately it's up to the state attorney, but why no recommendations of homicide just based on not looking like it was intentional?
Well, no, what we do is, in this case, based on her statements, and there were some signs of strangulation, we have to wait for the medical examiner's office to confirm the cause of death. And they're pretty good at turning these type of cases around and getting us that information. And as soon as we get that from them, then we'll know the exact cause of death and what to charge her additionally with.
Okay. Hey, Wicked West Paranormal. Oh, thank you, Devil Eyed Elvis. More than half of you guys haven't hit the like button. It's the best way to help Alex get seen on here. Thank you. That is so sweet. I appreciate that. And yeah, it does help your channel, I guess, get in the algorithm, or they say, who freaking knows? But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Hey, Amber. Okay, let's move along to, we're going to keep going because we have a lot more to look at and go through. Let's see. Here's the Bryan Kohberger story. It's kind of interesting. It's quite short, but we'll take a look at it now. So I cannot believe October 2nd is just around the corner. Actually, Bentley has an eye doctor appointment that day, but it's at like 8 a.m. And I'm thinking because I think that they are about 3 hours behind me on the East Coast. Maybe 2. I don't know though. For some reason, I think they're on like West Coast time. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But regardless, I think that I'll be back. And October 2nd is going to be huge. I really hope that it doesn't get pushed back. We still have, 6 weeks to go. But, aw, sexy wild thing, Carol freaking Claus, your name. Every time I read the whole thing, it cracks me up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Teen Bryan Kohberger removed from vocational program because of complaints by female classmates. A teenage Bryan Kohberger was kicked out of a high school law enforcement vocational program after complaints from his female classmates. Tanya Carmela Beers, an administrator in the Pleasant Valley School District. Okay, so we've gotten so many rumors, so many stories, unnamed sources, secret sources. They can't say who they are. I can't stand that. If at least in this story, they are straight up saying who is who, and I appreciate that. So Tanya Carmela Beers, the administrator in the Pleasant Valley School District who focused on mental health services and discipline, told the Idaho Massacre podcast that Kohberger, now 28, was in the program during his sophomore and junior years. Inside Edition reports. A situation occurred where a complaint was made and the teacher reported it to me and said an investigation needed to be conducted. Other students were interviewed. Bryan was interviewed. And, there comes a time when decisions have to be made, whether it's the decision the student wants or not. I cannot believe she so boldly is out talking about this like this. So Kohberger is awaiting trial for the brutal murders of the 4 University of Idaho students. He was a grad student in Washington State. You guys know that. Carmela Beers declined to provide specifics of the investigation. It's interesting because ultimately and I have to be careful what I say, but ultimately what had him removed from the program, when I look back on it now, makes sense, she said. The administrator said that Kohberger moved into a different vocational program to complete his junior year and then decided not to return to school for his senior year. Instead, he finished his high school education with online classes, the Idaho Statesman reported. Let me try to go to this Inside Edition article. So this is where this story initially came out. Bryan Kohberger removed from law enforcement program after complaints from female students, says school admin. I'm much more likely to believe a story from a professional, a person in professional capacity, a school administrator who is using her full-on name. A situation occurred where a complaint, we read that. Let's see if there's any other little details in here. Carmela said on the podcast that in the end there were complaints from multiple female students, but could not elaborate beyond that due to privacy laws. He was removed and transitioned into HVAC. She also noted during the podcast that the infraction which got him removed from his program aligns in some way with the crime he is suspected of committing. And I had read this in the other article, but she says again, that's a quote. It's interesting because ultimately and I have to be careful what I say, but ultimately what had him removed from the program, when I look back on it now, makes sense, said Carmela Beers. Kohberger did seem to turn his life around, however, and a few years after taking his senior year online, enrolled at Northampton Community College. After completing studies there, he went on to DeSales, and then he accepted an offer to join the doctoral program at Washington State University. And then we know what he is accused of, what police claim happened, right? It is really interesting because there are these clips of him coming into the court, and we haven't talked since, like, in detail about this since he had court the other day. But he comes in and he does like half a smile for just a second. And people captured that, it's all over. If you watch the video, you could miss it with a blink of the eye. But if you see the pictures, it looks like he just came in cheesing. It's funny how media can trick you in that way. Okay, let me check some of your guys' comments because I can't see them when I'm reading over here. Come on, October. Plus, I have 2 concerts in October. Oh, Devil Eyed Elvis. I don't know. It's weird because sometimes you just grow so fast. You'll have spurts, and sometimes it's just kind of stale. I don't know. It is what it is, I suppose. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, lovelies. Good to see you, babe. I love Steph. If you guys haven't seen her channel, it's called Support with Steffa. She does a great job. Hey, something to talk about. How are you? Listening at work. Hey, guys. Good to see you. Hey, Crumb Sleuthin. Which you guys both have good channels too. Something to talk about, which I don't know. Is that your channel now? Or you can drop it and then Crime Sleuthin channel. I know a lot of you guys have seen that. Okay, just a sec. So let's go back over here. We're going to look at at a few more stories. Now, remember, the other day I told you guys about, it was actually in another true crime news. We talked about this young lady in Ohio, Mackenzie Sharia, 19. And she intentionally crashed a car at like 100 miles an hour to kill the person in it, basically. Well, not basically. That's what she was charged with and convicted of now. She was sentenced to 15 years to life for that, and then 2 concurrent 15-year sentences. Let's just click on it for a minute. There are other stories I want to show you, but oh dear God, teacher scandals. Now that one right there just makes me angry and nervous and all the things. She spoke in court before being sentenced. So she killed her boyfriend last year, intentionally driving her car into a building. Her boyfriend, she actually killed 2 people, her boyfriend and their friend. So Dominic Russo, 20, and Davion Flanagan, 19. She was convicted last week of murder, felonious assault, aggravated vehicular homicide, drug possession, and possessing criminal tools. Let's listen to what she said for a minute. I'm interested. And then we're going to hear about this former math teacher of the month charged with essaying an underage, another Tennessee student. Tennessee, what in the hell? Like I said, what is going on down there right now? And then we're going to talk about some other cases, but let's have a listen. Oh, it's only at 48 seconds.
Mackenzie, you don't have to speak if you don't want to. It's up to you. Okay. You can sit if it's more comfortable, whatever's better for you.
The families of Dom and Davion, I'm so deeply sorry. I hope one day you can see I would never let this happen or do it on purpose. I wish I could remember what happened. I'm just so sorry. I'm heartbroken. I love Dom and Davion. We were all friends and Dom was my soulmate. I wish I could take all your pain away, and I'm so sorry. And to my family, thank you for the support and all the love you guys give. Thank you for fighting with me. I love you all so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, I mean, she's been convicted of it. Pointer Lover says she threatened to do it before. By the way, hello, True Crime Investigates, couple of Cutie Pie, and Tiff. I definitely didn't want to miss saying hi to you guys. Hey, hippie chick. I think I said hi to you already, but if I didn't, I don't want to miss you either. So Pointer Lover says that she had threatened to do it before, which is interesting. And then there was one more. She threatened to do it before. I can't believe she survived. I can't believe she did either. But, I don't know. She doesn't seem so tough in court. She went to a concert after the accident. Wow. Okay. So now we're on to the teacher. Former math teacher. Teacher of the month, actually. Charged with raping underage Tennessee student. Somebody comes for my boys, and I'm telling you right now, we're going to be out in the parking lot throwing blows. I'm telling you. Throwing blows and throwing elbows, all the things. A former Tennessee math teacher, previously recognized as Teacher of the Month, has been charged in connection with inappropriate sexual contact with a student. According to the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, 28-year-old Casey McGrath was taken into custody on August 18th and charged with aggravated statutory rape. The arrest comes after Hamilton County Schools suspended her without pay in March on suspicion of inappropriate physical contact. Now we're going to click on the local news and get the actual original story. I like to do that. Okay. She was arrested last Friday with aggravated statutory rape. Investigators started looking at her last April when she was suspended. She's no longer an employee, and on Tuesday they got a copy of the indictment. So it says McGrath engaged in sexual activity with someone between the ages of 13 and 18 on May 1st, 2022. Back in April, we were allowed to review McGrath's personnel file. Those files show McGrath was suspended with pay and under investigation for inappropriate physical conduct with a student that does not result in harm. Elsewhere, what? That does not result in harm. How can you say that? I mean, I'm not saying, like, I get that they weren't physically hurt in that moment. Whatever. She was under investigation for inappropriate physical conduct with a student that does not result in harm. Elsewhere in the file, it says the inappropriate conduct was of a sexual nature. The file reveals that while McGrath taught algebra at Central High School since 2020, she also taught at the middle school. She began working as a geometry teacher in 2020. Here she is on the, in the classroom. I'm sorry, can you not find a man your own age? What in the hell has to be wrong with you that you want to mess with children in high school? I have a ninth grade son. All of his friends are like, high school kids. I could not imagine. And I am dead serious when I say that if anyone over the age of 18 lays their hands on my children in a sexual way or not, I would be more worried about me than the damn police. And I'm not joking. That shit is disgusting. Ugh. Let me check on you guys for a second. We'll continue. Neat noodle. We always used to watch out for male teachers. Just goes to show women can be disgusting freaks too. And oftentimes the stories I've heard about are women. Now, when I was in high school, there was a male teacher who hit on one of my friend's sisters all the time. He was such a creep. He hit on everybody. He actually married my friend's other sister. And then a few years later, he was charged and removed as a teacher. He was charged. The school paid out like $1 million to several girls in middle school that he was Snapchatting and sending nudes and all the things. Disgusting. Delaney, that is so true. My brother actually had a very bad accident, and he was thrown out of the window and flung like 40 yards, I was about to say, like 40 feet down a mountain. And he did not break a bone. And because the alcohol makes you limber and stuff, that's true. There's a lawn maintenance device that's the only solution for these people. He didn't physically hurt her, just mentally. What? Oh my God. Going back to school now. Where were these teachers at when I was in school? No. Okay. Mental harm is just as bad. Absolutely it is. Oh, thank you, Crime Sleuthin. Thanks for all the interesting and awesome lives. You are appreciated and loved. Oh, you are so sweet. And thank you. And you're appreciated and loved too. And I hope that, you guys go check out her channel. Amber's, all the awesome channels in the chat. The mods will drop when they can. And thank you. Thank you so much. I taught 7th grade math for 1 year, and I just don't get these damn sickos. A former male coworker was recently arrested here for sleeping with a student. Hey, Meatfoot. Hey, Maria. Hey, Sarah Lynn. Okay. Hey, Thistle. An article on the Central High School Digest website says McGrath began working as, we read that, geometry in 2020. And that's all we have so far. You know, she's a cute girl, but damn disgusting. That is just yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay. We're going to continue because there's a few more I wanted to see. This is one of them. Search for missing Todd. How many of you guys have seen this missing toddler, Josiah Mitchell? I may dig into this one actually and do like a full thing on it because I feel like I've seen maybe a poster, a missing poster or something like that, but that's it. Search for missing Todd continues as cops debunk dad's story of armed robbery and kidnapping. So, police continue their search for Georgia toddler Josiah Mitchell, who was reported missing by his father Wednesday night, although cops say they do not believe his story. According to AJC, police drained a pond at an East Point apartment complex last week during the search for Josiah and have conducted numerous land searches from East Point to Griffin, but there is still no sign of the 2-year-old. As Crime Online previously reported, police said Josiah was initially reported kidnapping just before 11:30 at night on Wednesday by his father, Artavius North, 23. North said someone took the child during armed robbery in front of the apartment complex. Police, however, said they found no evidence of the robbery and no evidence that North was in DeKalb County on Wednesday. North was subsequently arrested and charged with making false statements and false report of a crime. Josiah's mother, Asia, has been organizing her own searches and posting for assistance on social media. She says, everybody's night is back to normal, and here I am still crying and wondering where my baby is. She later said on Facebook Live that she can hardly eat, knowing that her only son is missing. She said Josiah was supposed to stay with his father Wednesday night, but North called her and told her the boy had been taken during the alleged robbery. She said, I just need everybody to uplift me. I just need as much support as I can because I'm trying to be strong as I can. I'm trying to be as positive as I can. I need to be strong. I can't be weak because if I'm being weak, everybody else around me is going to follow suit and be weak too. The only description was he was in Buzz Lightyear pajamas. Look at that baby with his ice cream sandwich. Oh my God. See, why is this? This is like part of the true crime news thing that puts me on this like emotional roller coaster. I'm interested. I want to know what's going on. So I love to do these. I love to look at all the different stories. I like to hang out with you guys. It's more laid back. We're kind of just go with the flow, but it's infuriating because you're hearing about the worst of the worst in our society. You see these precious kids. And then there's another layer because the stories aren't everywhere. This baby is currently missing right now. you know, and there are 50,000 channels talking shit about Summer Wells' parents. They don't even talk about Summer. It's all about her parents. Oh, they might throw in the, I've told you guys a million times, I hate the way people attach the sexual assault to that baby's name and things like that. But, you know, they're not talking about Summer. They're not helping the case. Or 50,000 channels on about, you know, the cartel or the tunnels in Idaho. But we have a missing baby out there. They are currently doing a search, and it's not all over the place. So it is like enraging. So, police told the news that the father is now considered a person of interest in the case, although he has not been charged at this point. We're going to watch this video. They're following leads. Anyone with information can call 911. You can call Dig Call Police at 770-724-7850 or Crime Stoppers at 404-577-TIPS. All right, let's watch it. You know what I mean, Corey, 50,000 channels. Yeah, pretty much. There's millions of YouTube channels, but it feels like 50,000.
Search for a missing 2-year-old boy continues nearly a week after he was reported kidnapped. DeKalb County police say Josiah Mitchell's father lied to them when he told police armed men took the boy during a robbery. He has since been arrested, but there is still no sign of Josiah. Fox 5's Deidre Davis is live with the latest on the investigation today. And Deidre, you've learned Artavius North's family is meeting with detectives today.
I spoke with Artavius North's mother this morning, Christine, and she told me she plans to meet with East Point police investigators this afternoon. And while police do say that Artavius North lied about Josiah's alleged kidnapping and disappearance, North's mother believes her son and says she does believe he's telling the truth and that her grandson was kidnapped. Artavius North remains behind bars with lying to police.
His mama believes him.
As the search continues
Hold
for
on.
2-year-old.
His mama believes him. I mean, whatever. Look, looks like there's quite a lot of news videos on it. Grim update on missing toddler. Father named person of interest. 2-year-old kidnapped. There's the mom. Wow. Yeah, I think that we should dig into this a little deeper. So there's, at least there's a few things.
Josiah Mitchell. East Point police drained a small man-made lake at North's apartment complex off Lakeview Place over the weekend and searched a landfill in Griffith. There was no sign of the child.
It's just sad. I just got my grandbaby home. I'm just tired of looking.
Oh my God, look at him right here with that ice cream sandwich. He's so cute. Oh my God, I just cannot imagine what this mom, Oh, thank you, Amber. Love you too. And thank you for all your help and everything. Hey, Bree. Go for this one. Let's do it. I think we should talk about it. My God, though, I feel like my heart's already ripped out just watching this much of it. I am sitting listening in the corner with clothes. Y'all are funny. Queen of Hearts says, totally agree. Wasted energy. We will never forget Summer, but she is not with the parents. Well, I watch them now. I'm guilty of it too, but there's a difference in talking about legitimate updates and then just stirring drama between the parents and different things like that. But you can't help but notice how some of these cases just, I don't know, get a lot more eyes on them and some don't. And that just sucks.
It's becoming overwhelming.
Fox 5 spoke to Artavius North's mother, Sharita North, by phone Monday. Artavius North told police Josiah was kidnapped at the Aspenwoods Apartments on Flat Shoals Road at around 11:30 Wednesday night. He claimed a group of armed robbers cut him off as he was leaving the apartment complex and took the child.
A group of armed robbers cut him off as he was leaving the apartment complex and took the child. Is there water nearby? Good grandma, you know what? They drained one of the ponds, but dig into. Would love for you to. Well, let's do it.
While DeKalb police say Josiah's father lied and was not in DeKalb the night he reported the incident, North believes her son is telling the truth.
I don't know what else to believe. My son said it happened. The story is just not adding up. They're not finding anything that can convict him to say that he did anything to Josiah. I just need them to try to believe.
Oh my God. And he's only 23. Oh, Shay. Thank you. 10 months. We have a membership baby. Love you too. Thank you. Oh my gosh. It's crazy how time flies. I wish time would slow down. Why would armed robbers take the child?
Leave him and try to go, just try to follow what he says for a minute.
North told me she planned to meet with investigators Monday.
Going to sit down with him and try to figure this out. Try to figure this out and try to figure out where my grandbaby is.
She is holding out hope someone knows something that will bring the ordeal to an end.
I'm just pleading for anybody, if anybody's seen him, have him, please bring him home, drop him off somewhere. We love and miss him so much.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
And now the DeKalb police say they have determined that North was never in DeKalb County the night he claimed that his son was kidnapped. The focus of the investigation has moved to East Point. East Point police now handling the case. Anyone with information asked to give them a call. At this point, they're not speaking on the investigation.
What in the world? How did I pull up those other videos a minute ago? Remember when I paused it? Let me see. Hold on a second. I just wanted to look at one more thing with this before we move on. Let me try like this again. God, how sad. What a beautiful baby. See, I would take a baby like that in a heartbeat.
Continues nearly a week after he was reported kidnapped. DeKalb County Police.
There we go. This is what I wanted to look at with you guys. This is mom. Okay, so this is the mom. I want to hear from her, but if we want to sit down and do like a whole live stream talking about it, look at this. A lot of local news is talking about it. We have Atlanta News First 2 days ago, Fox Atlanta 5. Father considered person of interest 17 hours ago. Missing toddler hasn't been seen in 5 days from 11 alive. There is a lot. Bond denied for the father of missing toddler. Okay, there is a lot on it as far as local news goes. So let's watch this for a second, though. Oh, well, you guys couldn't even see what I was looking at. But right here, I was looking at down the side. All the different videos that I'm recommended.
Desperate to find her missing 2-year-old. We're hearing from a DeKalb County mother who is desperate to find her missing 2-year-old. He's been gone for nearly 18 hours. This is Jasha Mitchell. He was reportedly kidnapped at the Aspen Woods Apartments on Flat Shoals Road around 11:30 last night. This is what Aisha Mitchell just told Fox 5's Christopher King.
Please bring my baby back safe and unharmed. Because he's more than what y'all think he is. With his father, because he had more people here that love him.
There are a lot of unanswered questions in this case. This afternoon, DeKalb County Police say they were unable to verify details of the reported kidnapping. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes has followed this story all day. She joins us live from the DeKalb County Police Department. So, Deidre, we're also hearing from the child's grandmother about all this. And also hearing from the child's grandmother about all this.
Please bring my baby back safe and unharmed. Because he's more than what y'all think he is. With his father, because he had more people here that love him.
There are a lot of unanswered questions in this case. This afternoon, DeKalb County Police.
Oh my God, this is just horrible. It's awful. Could have been kidnapping disguised as a robbery. Well, police are saying they don't believe Dad at all about the robbery thing. So I don't know. We're going to have to dig more into this one. Let me see, though. I wanted to... Amber Lou, member for 4 months. Love you, Alex. You're doing an awesome job. I love you, too, Amber Lou. And thank you for being here. Amber says, got to get back to work. Yeah, you're right. At least good work is busy, and it's not no work at all, but thank you for coming. Okay. Hey, Bieber. Hey, Lynn. Oh my gosh, it is a terrible story, Bieber. Okay, so we're going to go back to Crime Online and just look at a couple more things, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Remember, I told you Letitia was moved. Also, the court, I saw this morning when I was looking before the live to see if there was multiple things we could talk about. And we're not going to read it, but a court did revive charges against Michael Jackson. So if anybody's interested in that, there are some new things happening there. Illinois woman accuses neighbors of witchcraft and tries to burn their house down. An Illinois woman was arrested earlier this month after she allegedly accused her neighbors of practicing witchcraft and lit fire at their front door using rubbing alcohol. Lake County Assistant State's Attorney Lillian Lewis said that 38-year-old Kimberly Brown was charged with residential arson and aggravated battery of a police officer. Lewis said officers responded to a neighbor dispute early in the evening on August 4th and learned that Brown had been beating on her neighbor's front door in Zion, accusing them of witchcraft and trying to get inside. When that failed, she set the fire. Officers reported seeing the damage to the door and the wood beneath the door. The victims had also had cell phone videos showing Brown with the rubbing alcohol, screaming that they were witches. They told police that when they opened the door after the fire was burning, Brown tried pouring the rubbing alcohol on them, according to Lewis. Brown had returned to her home by that time, and when officers tried to speak with her, she refused to open the door. When they did get inside and tried to arrest her, she slapped one of the officers. The officers said she admitted to setting the fire and made reference to, quote, killing all the witches, unquote. She has a $500,000 bond and was still in jail on Sunday. And she also has asked to represent herself. Oh, that should turn out well. She slapped a police officer. Yeah, to Kansas. Yes, Foxfire. I'll show you the article. But yeah, Bree. Letitia got moved to Kansas. Crime Sleuthin had told me that she was missing. And then I think yesterday morning, she found her in Kansas. And I saw on Web Sleuths last night, they were talking about it. Did any of you guys see this? California shop owner shot dead for having rainbow flag at her store. Here's the court revives 2 child sex abuse lawsuits against Michael Jackson. 2 patients dead after fatal injections by respiratory therapists amid 9 suspicious deaths at the same medical facility. There was a few more I wanted to see. There's just so many I want to talk about, you guys, on here. I'm looking for one. Oh, my God almighty. Parents charged with manslaughter and fentanyl death of 4-year-old boy. I guess he must have got into their stuff. I don't know, but let's look. Here's that nurse, baby nurse killer. I think in the UK, she's been sentenced to life in prison. But we're going to check out this one here first. Mom of 15 accused of child abuse and boiling puppies found hiding behind wall with missing daughter. What the fuck, you guys? Excuse my language, but what? Hey, Crime Curious. There you are. Whoa. You're in Kansas City right now. Okay. Lord of mercy is right. I actually didn't see this morning when I was looking for another case of a child who had fallen out of a window. that I wanted to tell you guys about, but I hadn't seen this one. So a Colorado mother of 15 on the lam for child abuse was allegedly found hiding behind a false wall inside her family's home this week. Let's go to the local news. It's always better. Crime Online is just reporting what they're getting from there anyways. So Walsenburg woman arrested on outstanding warrant and child abuse found hiding in false wall in trailer. On Thursday, August 17th, deputies arrived to a trailer on East Grand Street in the city of Walsenburg, where they found 62-year-old Timothy Crouch dead in front of his home after reports he collapsed with labored breathing. Upon hearing of the news, one of Mr. Crouch's children, who no longer lived with her father, asked deputies to return to the home, alleging that there were still siblings being abused there, as well as children with special needs that were under her father's care. Deputies had learned after identifying Mr. Crouch that he was married to Martha Crouch, who had a felony warrant in New Mexico for her arrest after violating her probation on child abuse charges. Martha Crouch had pleaded guilty to felony counts of child and animal abuse dating back to 2019, a case where she was allegedly responsible for severe physical and mental abuse towards her children, including one daughter being chained to a bed, and an incident where Martha was alleged to have boiled 4 puppies while forcing her children to watch and shooting one of her children's dogs as punishment. What? Can you imagine the trauma that would cause in a child, forcing them to watch you boil their puppies? What the hell? Like, oh my God, you guys. I'm sorry. What the fuck? Excuse my language, but I don't know. It just brings it out of you. However, according to reports by the Farmington Daily Times, the extreme cruelty to animals and obstruction of investigation of child abuse charges related to her case were dismissed. Prosecutor told the court they had no physical evidence to present in regards to the allegation of boiling puppies and only had one testimony for that allegation. Therefore, they had the charges dismissed. With the new knowledge and concern over the other children inside and wanting to know Martha's whereabouts, deputies then returned to the trailer home with a warrant later on Thursday afternoon. However, before they entered, one of the adult children explained that they had been told their mother died years ago, and one of their younger siblings had been missing for 3 years. Deputies went inside anyway, and while acting on a tip from a neighbor, discovered a false wall in the kitchen. Bentley's asleep over there. Do you hear me? Bentley's asleep over there. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay. Deputies went inside anyway, and while acting on a tip from a neighbor, discovered a false wall in the kitchen where they found Martha and her 14-year-old daughter, the same one that deputies were told had been missing. Crouch was taken in on the outstanding warrant from 2021, and she's now facing new charges. Her bond is only $5,000. So her kids were told that she was dead and their sister was missing. What in the world, you guys? $15, yes. My stepdad shot our dog in front of us. Oh my God, VG, I am so sorry. That is so cruel. Oh my God. Okay. I am so sorry. I want to read this one. I want to look at all of these, but I just don't want to keep you guys forever. So we'll read this one, and then we're going to read about the pride flag. I want to make sure to talk about that because, look, you can feel how you want to feel. Like, to me, I don't care who anybody loves. I really don't. Even my own kids, if no matter who they want to be or decide to love, I don't care. As long as they're happy and they're not tormented by any, like, inner demons and stuff like that, that's what matters, right? But some people, I understand they have their religious beliefs or whatever that make them feel the way they do, and I can respect that. But when hate comes to the point, well, actually, we'll do that now, and then we'll go to this possible serial killer situation with the respiratory therapist. But whenever your hate whenever your intolerance becomes so hateful that it gets to this point, that's just, it's absolutely uncalled for. I think it's important to talk about. I don't understand why people are so hateful just because someone's different. If we were all the same, it would be a boring place. And I think that we need to allow people to be who they are, right? Can you imagine having to pretend like you're somebody else? You know what I mean? That would be horrible. So boil your damn self. Oh, Ren, I'm so sorry. Okay. I know. I don't know why they're so evil. It's crazy. It really is. California shop owner shot dead for having rainbow flag in her store. A California clothing store. And let me say here, another thing that doesn't help. The freaking mainstream media that uses the fear mongering and all the bullshit and the lies and deception to divide people. If you're ever watching something that makes you feel like angry towards a group of people, it's probably not even true. A lot of the bullshit that they use to make people scared of other people, of other religions, of other races, of people who love other people, a lot of it's bullshit. A California clothing store owner and designer was shot and killed outside her shop at Lake Arrowhead by a man who made disparaging remarks about a rainbow flag that stood outside the store. Laura Ann Carlton, 66, was the married mother of 9 children, who was well known as an ally to the LGBTQ community in the area. She was married and had 9 kids. She was an ally. She was just trying to speak up and say, oh God, accept everybody. It's frustrating. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department said the suspect, who has not yet been identified, fled on foot and was located nearby. According to ABC News, the suspect refused deputies' orders to drop his handgun and he was killed. The Lake Arrowhead LGBTQ organization called Carlton's death a very sad day for the community. And they posted this. Lori Carlton was murdered defending her LGBTQ pride flags in front of her store. She did not identify as LGBTQ+, but spent her time helping and advocating for everyone in the community. She will be truly missed. How could you be so angry over a rainbow flag that you would take someone's life? Yeah, Nate Noodle, I don't understand. Oh, thank you, Caffeinated Cat Lady. Says they ID'd him finally. He's 27. Sleuth Mom covered it. Hey, Glowbug. I just don't understand it. She was an ally, not even gay herself. But even if she was, that's just, at that point, is this a hate crime? Even though she wasn't, but it was like is it? I'm not sure about that. It seems like it could be still. I mean, oh my God. I just don't understand how you can see a rainbow flag and become so angry. Like, what is wrong with you? Now, at that point, it's time to look inward. What do you not like about yourself? You know what I mean? Oh, this one seems sus, but yes, still a hate crime. Okay. That's what I thought. I'm sorry, you guys. I know they're tough stories. When somebody's different from you and you have a moment of you're like, oh, that's weird, or that's odd, or, that's different, something that you're maybe not used to, just like stop yourself in that moment and try to understand, try to put yourself in that person's shoes. Can Can you imagine? You don't choose who you love. You don't choose who you are. And to be hated over something that you can't choose or otherwise have to hide that is wrong. We should not do that to the people around us. I just don't like it. It's wrong. Maybe it was more than just the flag. The media does have a way of twisting the truth, says Misled. I don't disagree with you. I think you're right. They do. Clearly a hate crime. Very small town, but welcoming. I feel like it's a hate crime. When I see a rainbow flag, I think of love. Okay, so let's continue. I just wanted to make sure to take a second to talk about that. It's important. Oh, it makes me so sad just to think about. Yeah, it just gets you down a rabbit hole that is not good. So, okay. Guilty. So she's been sentenced. Let's look at this. She must have just went through court. 2 patients dead after fatal injections by a respiratory therapist amid 9 suspicious deaths at the same facility. A former Missouri therapist, initially accused of murdering 2 patients, has been sentenced on manslaughter charges after admitting that she injected them with medications they were not prescribed. She's 42 years old. She was sentenced to only 18 years for the 2002 deaths of Fern Franco and David Wesley Harper, 75 and 37 years old. They happened during medically suspicious events. So in the 5 months that she worked in this medical center, Hedrick Medical Center, there were 18 sudden cardiac arrest events at the hospital, resulting in 9 deaths. The facility typically averaged 1 per year. Wow. An autopsy on Franco identified the presence of morphine and something else, which were not prescribed to the patient or ordered by the doctors. 3 days after being admitted for bronchitis, Harper died, having complete respiratory arrest. Wow. There's usually 1 per year, and there was 18 during the 6 months that she lived there, that she worked there between December and May. After Hall left, cardiac incidents returned to a normal frequency. The hospital then fired her, learning that she'd been convicted of arson at a different hospital. Well, you know what? I hope if she's they need to continue the investigations into the other deaths, period. That's just that. Now, let's look just a second. I really wanted to find this one particular story. Where did it go? Oh, yeah. Madalena Kojakari's stepfather was released from jail. Cannot freaking believe that. Here's more on this Georgia toddler. We're definitely going to dig into this some more. Okay, we're going to wrap it up with this one, but I think it's an important one to talk about right here. And then I'll talk to you guys for a second before we go. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, Wisconsin mom allegedly starved autistic adult daughter who died weighing 70 pounds. A Wisconsin woman pled not guilty last Monday to starving her 23-year-old autistic daughter who reportedly died in January weighing 70 pounds. Cora, that was her name. She's 23. She was found dead in her Pewaukee condo on January 4th. Amy, her mother, called police reporting her death and that she said her daughter had problems with her eating and hygiene routines. However, she did not believe the situation was severe. Her daughter weighed only 70 pounds and had a BMI of 11. which is considered underweight. Investigators said her eyes and cheeks were sunken, while the medical investigator noted that her ribs, hip bones, and sternum were protruding from her skin. She said that her daughter did not want to go to school or leave home because of the pandemic, and she claimed her daughter's weight loss would bounce back. She would bounce back from the weight loss. She's charged with recklessly subjecting an at-risk individual to abuse causing death. She didn't want to get her medical attention because she's afraid it would upset her. No bullshit. No, that is just ridiculous. I'm sorry, but if your child is, learning disabled or something like that, and you're responsible for them like this, and you see that they're losing weight, or look, if they don't have good hygiene habits, then you do it. Then you clean them up. You take care of them. Damn it, she knows that. Gross. Okay, let's see. Hey, one who sees. Hey, Teresa. Bye, Crime Sleuth, and have a good afternoon. Thank you for coming by. Why was he released? They lowered his bond and he made the bond. So, oh, C clause statement. Okay, let me go. Yes, I am still sexy and gay. Thank you for coming. This is the first time I've been brave enough to say this, but I love and like women. Oh, congratulations. And you know what? You be brave to be who you are. You be just who you are. Don't ever feel like you have to hide who you are. Because if people don't love and accept you for that, then they're not worth being in your life. Oh, you guys are so freaking sweet. Yes, I am still sexy and gay. Bye, Richie. Have a great day. Yeah, we love you. Love you, Carol. Oh, you guys are so freaking sweet. This is major. You guys are the bomb. You really are. It is a wholesome crowd in here. I swear, the best people on the platform. I just truly believe that. And yet I can't adopt because of my career. I don't know. Why do they make it so hard to adopt? Because they do. There's so many people who can't have kids that want to. Can't wait for Allie to read this. Aw. You guys are so sweet. I love who I am. Tell it, Allie. Hey, Melissa Strange. Be yourself. Yep. All right, you guys. You are so sweet. You make me all emotional. It's political, and they make assumptions when it comes to adoption. It's a bomb diggity. All right, you guys. You are so awesome. Okay, so I want to do a story on Josiah, the case out of Georgia. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. We'll look into that. Maybe we'll have a chat about it tomorrow. I need to see if there's any updates in some of the ones that we're already following. Also, on Thursday, it's my birthday, so I want to do something with you guys, but I don't know what we're going to do. But, yeah, thank you guys for being here. I hope you have the best day. Crime Sleuth says, straight Christian here and love all y'all, no matter who you love. That was Jesus' commandment. Love your neighbor, and he didn't stutter. Love is love. I love you guys. I really do. You are some really awesome people. But, okay, have a great day. Thank you for being here. I'm not 34 yet, Corey. Now you're aging me. I got 2 more days. I'm 33. But yeah, you guys are really, really, really awesome people. Congratulations, Claus. Congratulations to, anybody else who has recently got to do that. I'm sure it feels really nice. All right, you guys. You look 25, kid. Thank you, Devil-Eyed Elvis. I don't know about that. My forehead's starting to get some lines in it, but It's all right. A lot of them are from all the smiling and laughing and the expressions, so they're worth it, I suppose. All right, you guys, thank you for being here. I hope you have a great day. I will see you guys later. Yeah, I love you all so much. I really do. Crazy Mama wanted to send love to all. I love for personalities. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Ren. Smile lines. Yes. All right, you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye.